Hey guys, welcome back to our 3-a-day multiple choice past paper questions marathon. We are working the 2019 paper and today we are at episode 6. As you know, come here 3 p.m. every day just to get your 3 multiple choice questions. Today, we'll be doing questions 16 to 18 on the May 2019 past paper. All right, guys, I am happy that you are loving it so far. And don't forget to share with someone else, right? Please remember to share so that everyone can benefit. And we will go right into our questions, as I'm about to also remind you to remember to join this Saturday again for Saturday Night Live at 7 p.m. Here we go. Question 16. Question 16 says the value of a plot of land is $18,000. Land tax is charged at the rate of 70 cents per $100 value. What is the total amount of tax paid for the land? So we have a piece of land. The value of it is $18,000. Now tax is charged based on a $100 value, which means we need to first find out how many $100 can we get out of 18,000. How many $100? So here we go, simple. 18,000 divided by 100 is going to give us 180. How many $100 can we get out of 18,000? 180. Now that we know that the tax is charged at 70 cents for every single $100, and we know we have 180 of those, then we can go ahead and calculate. You don't have your calculator. Let me change ink. You will not have your calculator with you because this is a paper 1 question, and so you'll have to go ahead now and multiply your decimals. All right, so here we go. We have 180 being multiplied by 0.7. I'm going to ignore the decimal for a short while. You can, at this point, I'm going to tell you that I'll just put in the description the live video that we had on decimals, on doing decimals. So you can go there to learn how to add decimals, subtract, multiply, divide, and also get some CSEC questions there. Here we go. 7 times 0, that's going to be 0. 7 times 8, that's going to be 56. 7 times 1, that's going to be 7, plus 5, that's going to be 12. And since we had multiplied 180 by 0.7, we're going to ask ourselves, we know we don't have to put that 0. So we're going to ask ourselves now, how many decimal places should be in my answer? And that would have been 1, which would be 126.0, which is 126. And so that is our final answer. $126 would have been the tax paid for the land. All right, you can always pause the video and write, and then you can restart whenever you want to, as I will now move to the next question. All right, so again, we're coming up on question number 17, and it says, at the end of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. If a car was worth $9,500 when 2016 done in December, then what was its value in January 2016? All right, so in January 2016, the car had a certain value. In December 2016, we know that the car was now 2016. The car now had a value of $9,500. What we're being asked to find is what was the value of the car at the start of the year. No, the first sentence tells us that at the end of the year, the car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. So if we're smart enough, we're just going to say, okay, what the car is worth at the beginning of the year, value at the start, let's say start value. We're going to use a base of not dollars, but 100%. Which means that if it loses 5%, the end value when the year done is actually going to be 95%. Follow me? So this value here would have been 100%, and we can call this 95% of the original thing. All right, and I'm going to remove this. So we can literally write this now, and that you say to yourself, you write it. The value at the end of the year, 9,500, is equal to 95% of the original value. Let's call it X. Let's call this value X here. All right. We know that end value is 95% of original value, full stop. And so now all you need to do is solve for X, because X is the value that it had at the start of the year. So here we go. We have 9,500 equal to 95x over 100. We want to get rid of that 95 and that 100. You can do it all at once. Otherwise, you can take simple steps to get there. All right, let's just do the simple steps. You could have just multiplied by 100 over 95 because that would have canceled them both. But let's stick with just getting rid of the 100 first. And so this would now be, whatever I do to one side, I must do it to the other side. So we have multiplied by 100. And so this would now be, all right, 950,000 is equal to 95x. When we divide both sides by 95, we now end up with, let me change that color again, 10,000. That's going to be $10,000. So this was its original value. You can always double check your work by finding 5% of $10,000 and take it away from it and see if you get back 9,500. All right, remember you can always go back if you were not done taking that off. All right, so here we go. A loan of $8,000 was repaid in 24 equal monthly installments of $4,000. The rate of interest on the loan was, all right, so first things first, how much was borrowed? 8,000. How much was paid back? How much was repaid? That's going to be 24 times $400, which is going to be $9,600. All right, you do your multiplication on this side. Now we're being asked, what is the rate of interest on the loan? First thing you want to ask yourself is, how much more than you borrowed did you pay? So you borrowed 8,000, but you paid back 9,600, which means there was a $1,600 extra. That would have been the interest. Now we need to know $1,600 was what percentage of 8,000? $1,600 was what percentage of 8,000? and I'll just do a shortcut of that when we are through. So you can go ahead and get rid of this 100 by multiplying both sides by 100. All right, and we would now end up with 8,000x, 160,000, dividing both sides by 8,000, and we get x to be 20, and that would have been 20%. All right, now, if you know, though, that, let me clear the screen before I say this. If you already knew that all you need to say to yourself was, what is 1600, and this is how we say it, $1,600 as a percentage of 8,000. Whenever you have a question written like that or a statement written like that, you can simply calculate it as this: 1,600 over 8,000 times 100. Once you want to find a number as a percentage of the other, you can go ahead and do that. Because we wanted to know what percentage of 8,000 was 1,600. All right, and then you would have gotten 1 over 5, 5 into 100, 20, 20%, done. All right, that is our final question for today. And come back tomorrow for episode 7, I think we will be at. So I hope that this was beneficial for you. Don't forget to let me know in the comments, and go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to share. It's goodbye from DG Makes Math Easy. Have a wonderful day.